I used to believe one sentence couldn't shatter a marriage. Not really. Not when two people had built their lives on the quiet, ordinary comforts that matter more than anyone admits. But loyalty isn't sacred to everyone, and I learned that the hard way. My name is Rowan, and up until a few months ago, I would have sworn my wife, Elodie, and I were steady. Not flawless, not perfect, but steady. For years of shared routines, of laughing at burnt pancakes, of tugging blankets back and forth on lazy Sundays. Nothing earth-shattering, just a simple, warm life I thought we both valued. Which is why the night everything fractured felt unreal, like I'd stepped into a poorly written play. Elodie paced the living room, clutching her phone like it held a confession. I pretended not to notice, folding clothes and half listening to her heavy sighs, louder and more deliberate than usual.
She wanted me to ask.
So I did. What's going on, Elle?
She stopped.
Looked at me with guilt and defiance tangled together. Then she said it, flat, emotionless, like she'd been rehearsing. I need you to accept my friendship with my ex, or forget this marriage. No build-up. No explanation. Just a demand wrapped in an ultimatum. At first I honestly thought it was some twisted joke. But her face didn't soften. Her jaw was rigid, her eyes stubborn, and her hand was white-knuckled around the phone that kept lighting up with messages she tilted away from me. I stared at her. What? He reached out, she said, as if that justified everything. Aiden and I were talking earlier. It felt familiar. I missed having someone who understands me like that. Her words didn't cut because she missed him. They cut because she admitted it so casually, like the life we'd built was just a mild inconvenience interrupting her nostalgia. You can't rekindle things with a man you used to sleep with and call it innocent, I told her. She rolled her shoulders back, lifting her chin. You're insecure. You should trust me.
Trust.
While her phone buzzed with messages she refused to show me. Then she raised her voice, louder than I'd ever heard. Accept it, or end this marriage. And in that moment, something inside me turned still. Not shocked, not broken, just still.
Clear.
Easy choice, I said quietly. She expected an argument.
Tears.
A scene. She didn't expect calm. I walked into the bedroom, packed a small bag, nothing dramatic, and waited until she fell asleep rambling about boundaries and immaturity. By sunrise, I was gone. No note, no slammed door. Just silence. I drove to my sister Marlo's place. She handed me coffee, didn't press for details, just sat nearby. When I finally told her everything, she nodded slowly and said, "Protect your peace, Ro." Around 9, my phone started vibrating. Elodie calling. Then again. And again. 12 missed calls by 10. Nearly 30 text messages. At first, she was still arrogant. We need to talk. Stop being dramatic. You're just jealous. Then the panic kicked in. Where are you? Please answer. I didn't mean it like that. I'm scared. I didn't reply. I wasn't ready. By the afternoon, the tone shifted again. Please come home. I can't stop crying. Talk to me, babe. Please. And then came the one that changed everything. Aiden says you're overreacting. He says you need to grow up. Her ex, this man she once shared a bed with, felt comfortable offering commentary on our marriage. That only happens when a line has already been crossed behind closed doors. So when she called that evening, her voice trembling, whispering my name like a prayer, I finally answered. But all I said was, "Who are you?" I heard her breath hitch. She didn't know how to respond. "It's me. Rowan, it's me," she whispered. "No," I said quietly. "The woman I married isn't the woman who spoke to me yesterday." Her soft sobs filled the silence, but I let them hang. Some truths have to land on their own. That night I replayed everything, every word, every tone, every insistence that I should swallow my self-respect for her comfort. And I understood something simple. No conversation, no apology, would fix what she'd chosen to break. The next morning, more messages came in waves, apologies mixed with demands. "I love you. Please don't leave. Come home. Talk to me." I typed the same question as before. Who are you? She responded minutes later, desperate. It's me, Elodie. We've been married for years. Don't you remember? I did remember.
Too well.
Which was exactly why I couldn't pretend anymore. The woman who screamed at me to accept her ex or leave. I wrote back. That wasn't you, right? So tell me again, who are you? This time her silence lasted longer. Then a message. I made a mistake. Please. I didn't mean it. I swear. But I felt nothing. Not anger, not satisfaction, not even sadness. Just clarity. Love without respect is just a memory you keep out of habit. By the third day, she was sending voice notes, broken apologies, half-finished sentences, guilt dripping through every word. I listened, then set the phone aside. That evening, I returned to our apartment and gathered the last of my things. The rooms felt smaller, quieter, almost hollow without the illusion I'd been living in. I looked at our pictures, the ones where we smiled like we had it all figured out. I left them hanging. They belonged to another time. I walked out without looking back. Driving through the calm streets, I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. Freedom. Not joy, not triumph, just the clean, steady air of relief. Her messages slowed by nightfall. Stopped by the next morning. A week later, she tried calling again. I let it ring.
Twice.
Then voicemail. Rowan, please. I was wrong. I can change. We can fix this. I still love you. I listened once. Deleted it. Not out of cruelty, but acceptance. The woman I married existed only in memory. The one who demanded I accept her ex or walk away was someone new, someone who had mistaken my love for something she could gamble with. I'd learned my lesson. Never sacrifice your self-worth for someone else's comfort or sentimentality. Sometimes love isn't about holding on. Sometimes it's about stepping back and realizing the person you thought you knew has already let go of you. Letting go didn't feel like losing. It felt like waking up. I parked near Marlowe's house, stepped out into the cool evening, and for the first time in a long while, breathed without weight on my chest. The future was uncertain, maybe lonely at times, but it was mine. And that finally felt like enough.